Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of corporate filings without falling asleep. Today we are diving into a filing from Shake Shack. It seems they had a little whoopsie in their annual report. Don't worry, we will get into all the juicy details. Think of it as their digital sales numbers had a bit of a shake-up. So Shake Shack filed this Form 8K because they needed to correct something in their previous annual report. This annual report is called a Form 10K. It is like the final exam for companies, a complete look at how the year went. Think of the 8K as saying, oops, we need to fix something we said earlier. This report is dated February 21, 2025. This is important because it tells us when this correction was made. The original mistake happened earlier, but this is when they officially told the public about it. This report is from Shake Shack Incorporated, the famous burger chain. So if you love their burgers and shakes, this is for you. It is important to know which company we are talking about because some of these filings are pretty complicated. This number, 1 to 36,823, is the company's file number with the Securities and Exchange Commission, also known as the SEC. Think of it like a social security number for companies when they deal with the government, specifically for financial documents. The number 47 to 1,941,186 is Shake Shack's Employer Identification Number, or EIN, assigned by the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. It is their tax ID. It is like a social security number, but for a business. This is Shake Shack's main business address. If you want to send them a letter to praise their burgers, this is where you would send it. Of course, they probably prefer you just visit their restaurants. This is Shake Shack's phone number. Now, I would only call them if you are a shareholder or if you have a serious business inquiry. Otherwise, just stick to ordering through their app. Here, Shake Shack confirms that their stock, Class A common stock, is registered. Class A common stock means that this particular class of stock is what is being publicly traded. This is how investors can buy and sell shares in the company. SHAK is the ticker symbol for Shake Shack's stock. It's like a nickname that you see on the stock market. So if you are looking to buy or sell Shake Shack shares, you will be looking for SHAK. The New York Stock Exchange is where Shake Shack's stock is traded. It's one of the biggest stock markets in the world. So when you buy or sell SHAK, it is happening on the New York Stock Exchange. This section, labeled Item 8.01, is where Shake Shack explains why they are filing this report. It is usually for important events that need to be shared with investors. Basically, it is like the headline of the news they are sharing. Shake Shack is letting everyone know that they messed up some data in their annual report, called the Form 10K, for the year 2024. They are specifically talking about the part where they analyze their financial performance and explain the results and the specific numbers regarding digital sales. The problem was in Item 7, Management's Discussion and Analysis of Financial Condition and Results of Operations. In Part II of the Form 10K, this is the section where the company's management discusses how the company has been doing financially. It is supposed to provide a detailed explanation of the numbers. They are clarifying the changes in their digital sales for both the 13-week period, which is like a quarter of the year, and for the full year, which ended December 25, 2024. Digital sales are sales made through their app, website, and delivery platforms. The original report incorrectly said that digital sales went down, but that wasn't true. The report incorrectly stated that digital sales decreased when they in fact increased during those periods, so they are setting the record straight. They did get the right numbers in their previous quarterly report for September, also known as Form 10Q. This form paints a picture of how a company performed over 3 months. The numbers in that report were correct. They are now correcting page 54 of the Form 10K with the correct information. This is how they are fixing the mistake officially. The old paragraph on page 54 is no longer accurate, and they're giving you the updated one. The corrected numbers show that digital sales actually increased by about 20% for both the quarter and the full year. That's a pretty big difference from saying they decreased, so it's an important correction. Digital sales are those made on the Shake Shack app, the website, and through delivery services. They made up about 37% of their sales in the last quarter of 2024. This is a pretty significant portion of their business. Aside from the digital sales figures on page 54, everything else in the annual report is accurate, so they are only correcting that one part. This just means that they are signing off on this report as required by law. Catherine I. Fogarty, who is the Chief Financial Officer, is signing this report. That means she is officially saying that the information in the report is correct to the best of her knowledge. So, what does this all mean? Well, Shake Shack had a little mix-up in their annual report, specifically about how well their digital sales were doing. They originally said the sales went down, but they actually went up by about 20%. Now, that might seem like a small thing, but it's important for investors to have the right information. A 20% increase is a big deal and could change how investors see the company. What could have happened here? It could have been a simple mistake in the data entry. Numbers get jumbled sometimes when compiling such complex reports. This also highlights the importance of internal controls to catch errors. Looking at the numbers, the digital sales increase is a positive sign. It means that more people are using the app, ordering online, and getting delivery. This could be because people like the convenience, or maybe Shake Shack is doing a better job of promoting its digital options. Now let's take a step back and look at Shake Shack overall. They have been expanding and trying to grow their digital presence. This correction reinforces that their digital strategy might actually be working well. The increased digital sales could boost their overall revenue, making the company more valuable. But there are always risks. Shake Shack faces competition from other burger chains, and they also have to deal with rising costs for ingredients and labor. So they need to keep innovating and finding ways to stay ahead of the game. In conclusion, this 8K shows that Shake Shack is transparent, and it is trying to be accurate with its financial reporting, even when there is an error. The digital sales mix-up isn't a huge deal in itself, but the fact that they corrected it promptly is a good sign. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. We'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.